Testing 1 2, testing 1 2. Turn it up. There we go. Another long day. Until Murray goes live, and then I'll jump off here. There's the gas meter right there. Alright, go check this meter, and I'll be right back. One sheet done. Gonna get some more sheets. Not doing too bad. One sheet down. 8 or 9 more to go. Got one more to go here. Put that back. I'm looking for 607 North Cleveland. Figure out where the addresses are going up or down. tired today. Oh, I did get some good sleep. What's up, Bill? I did get some good sleep last night, though. I went to the dollar store last night to get friggin' sleeping pills because I hadn't slept very good the last couple nights, and then I realized about frickin' nighttime cold and flu. But I ended up passing out anyway. I was pretty tired. What's up, Laura? Hey, when Paul goes live, if you guys are still on here, let me know. I'm just kind of going live for a few minutes. This is 607. We are in the 500 blocks. We need to go down to the 600 block. How you guys doing this morning? Well, Laura, I guess it'd be your, afternoon. Uh, 611, 608. 607, 608. I had good sleep too. I did a gram of crumble and I couldn't stay up. I was dropping. Yeah, Laura, I figured I'd start doing a little bit more live streaming. I did a few times when I first started my channel, but then I wasn't really getting anybody coming in, so I kind of got discouraged from doing it. But, the last week or so doing it, I've been having anywhere between, 10 to 15 people in, so it's not bad. Sure. Just taking David out for lunch. Oh, isn't that nice? Where are you guys going to eat? Or what are you guys going to get for lunch? Should ask that because I don't know what the hell your restaurants are over there. I know you guys got some American stuff, but hey, y'all should do some other games too, Laura. That's what I said. I wish David would get into the GTA roleplay. Oh my God, I think he'd be hilarious in that. He needs to join one of those GTA roleplay servers. Brent Ariels. Oh, nice, Bill. Me and Brett sort of get along. He doesn't really like my views on guns and stuff, but he makes comments sometimes on that show, but I just let it go. I mean, I don't mind Brett, but we just don't see eye to eye on some political things. He gets more pissed about it than I do. I could really care less, honestly. Because, he lives in Canada, so, it really doesn't matter what our political views are. Because we don't live in the same country, right? But I hope you all have a good time. What are you guys gonna go? You guys gonna go fly? Where are you guys gonna go fly at? All right, Laura. Well, you and David have a good lunch. You guys be careful out there. Don't let David get you in too much trouble. Oh, you don't have any drones? I thought you, would you get rid of all of them? I thought you, or you, were you waiting, that's right, I think you were waiting on the Mini 3, that's right. You said you sold all your drones to get the Mini 3, right? What drones you had? I like the Mini drones too. I'm just not super, I mean, I'm interested in the Mini 3, but I'm not super interested in it. I think that they overpriced it a little bit. I think that they should have kept it as a good budget drone around $500-600. But see, that's the problem, right? Is DJI drones seem to hold their value really well, so they don't drop in price. You know what I'm saying? There's still DJI drones that are 4 or 5 years old that are still going for the same price as when they came out. So it's like they don't want to put out a new drone that matches that price range as the previous one. But the problem is you're eventually, man, them fucking mini drones are going to be like $2,000 because they don't want to put the. Yeah, I feel you, Bill, on that. They're expensive, that's for sure. I mean, I bought a lot of my drones last tax season when I had a bunch of extra money. So I haven't really bought nothing since then. But I have 3 or 4 perfectly good drones. The only one I bought lately was the Spark because I was really interested in that one. Yeah, I mean, I agree with you on that. I just wish, I don't know, I wish they would have kept that a little bit as a more of a budget drone than trying to make it a super high-end one. But, and I think that all the new drones are going to end up coming out with smart controllers now. The basic controllers are a thing of the past, I believe. And that's the thing, is everybody's like all excited about, you know, these smart controllers. Oh, I'll be able to control all my drones with one, but I don't think they're going to allow that. I think they're going to bring out one with every single new drone, and instead of having one smart controller, if you're somebody that has 5 drones, you're going to end up with 5 smart controllers. Oh, I agree that like all the specs and everything are what you pay for, but it was always a good budget drone from the Mini 1, the Mini SE, and the Mini 2. It was very affordable for people like you know, that can't afford to buy a bunch of drones. It was a very affordable drone. I mean, because you take the Mini SE, you know, that you can't find a drone in that price range that does what the Mini SE does. You know, as far as camera-wise and just flight characteristics and range. I mean, you're talking $200-300 drones. Usually, you can't go more than 1,000 feet without them cutting out. And they don't fly well. You know, you don't really trust them to go out too far. I mean, if you do, you're just crazy, right? I wouldn't trust a cheaper drone to go too far. I'd be afraid it would crash into something or fall out of the sky. Well, you don't think that they're going to come out with smart controllers for all of them? Oh, yeah, I agree with you. But it's a good drone for people that especially can't afford, you know, like an Air 2 or, you know, it's definitely a good starter budget drone, that's for sure. But yeah, if you're wanting to do a little bit better videos, then yeah, you'd want to go something a little bit better, for sure. But a Mini SE is like a really good, like, you know, that's an even good Christmas gift that doesn't break the bank too bad, you know what I'm saying? Like if you wanted to buy like your, you know, 16, 17-year-old kid a good Christmas gift if they wanted to get into drones, you know, that's something that doesn't break the bank. Yeah, I feel you on that. Something a little bit smaller with a higher end package, yeah. I love my Air 2. That's my favorite drone, but I do love the Mini 2 too. That is a beast in itself, man. It's a good little drone. Well, at least with you getting the Mini 3, that's a newer drone. That's one of the newest drone that's out. And if in a year or so you decide you want to get something else, it'll still, have a good value to it. As long as you take care of it and everything, it'll still have a really good resale value if you decide you want to get something else later on down the road. Yeah. There's no telling what it is. If it's a hardware issue, then the firmware update's not going to be able to fix it. But if it's just a firmware thing, then yeah, they'll definitely get it fixed sooner or later. Probably be within the next month, I'm assuming, at least. Let's just hope it's not a hardware issue, because then there's nothing you can really do about that, except for send it back and then fix whatever hardware issue there is with it. But I'm pretty sure it's not that. I haven't heard anything about, I don't know, have you heard anything about it having GPS issues? I want to say I heard like 1 or 2 people had problems with that, but that was it. Didn't seem to be as big of an issue as the Mavic 3 did. I just heard more of range issues more than anything. And then the overheating, that was the biggest things I heard about. So I would recommend to you, Bill, if you get that thing, if you're doing updates and stuff on it, definitely put it in front of the fan. And turn that fan on high and just let it run through it like it's flying, Keep it nice and cool, because it is a lot of processing power for a drone that doesn't have a cooling system, so you got to be careful. Oh yeah, I do it with all my drones, like even the Mini 2 and the Air 2, even though they don't heat up. Like the Mini 2 will heat up if it's sitting for like 10-15 minutes. You'll start to feel it get pretty warm, but it's not too bad. But the Air 2, it can pretty much run through a whole battery sitting and be okay, but I still run a fan through them. Just because it's just an extra, an extra deterrence against it overheating or anything. And some people said they didn't have any issues with the overheat. I think AZ said his didn't do that when he was updating. Paul said his got a little warm. But then some people said after they did the updates, they didn't have that problem no more. So I don't know. My only concern is if it does become an issue of overheating too much, the only way I could see them fixing that is with a firmware update, but the only way I could see that really helping would be they would have to limit down some of the capabilities of the drone, which I hope that's not something they have to do, because then people that paid all that money for that drone are going to be a little pissed off if some of the stuff doesn't work to its full capability. Yeah, you're right about that. Like Bill from Uncle Bill's Toys or whatever, he actually will do live streams with his Air 2S, and he'll just walk around with it through a whole. I've seen him when we were at the drone meetup. I think he burnt through 2 batteries, and the damn thing was never even in the air. He was just walking around with it, like showing everybody, what everybody was doing and what was going on. He wasn't even flying it. He was just walking around vlogging with it. And I was sitting at the table with his I think it was either his phone or his tablet. And I was sitting there talking to the chat while he was just walking around with it. Oh, I hope you are, though, man. I would hate for you to have to send it back. Because like you said, you can't afford to have a bunch of drones, so I hope it definitely works out for you, man. Because I would hate for you to have to send it back over something stupid. But I hope it really works for you and does everything you want it to do and everything. That way you can get out there and get some good videos and do some vlogging with it or whatever you want to do with it. So when did you say you were meeting up with Brett today, or was it sometime this week? I can't remember if you said in the chat that you were meeting with him today or not. Oh yeah, I feel you on that. Yeah. I don't think you will though. There was one person that I want to say it was AZ knew who he was. I can't remember what his name was, but he said there was one person that sent theirs back for the overheating thing. But that could also been them just over freaking out about it, you know. I'm not real sure what the whole situation on that was. Because, you know, some people, you know, if they have one little issue with it and they can't seem to fix it right then and there, they'll just, nope, I'm sending it back. Instead of trying to work with it, you know. I got to message him to see when he's crossing. He's crossing it. Of course he is. What's that? Not 2 days, 2 days, I think. Okay. That's awesome, man. Hope you all have some fun out there. You can take them to some cool spots. What time is it? It is 9:02, so I'm sure Paul's probably not going live for about another 30 minutes if he's not live already. He used to go on 8 every morning, but I think ever since Paul got super busy working, he's changed it to about 9:30, it seems like, every morning. Oh, yeah, definitely. Especially, I mean, you're right about that, right? New owners, they don't have a lot of experience with drones to know, like, you know, this may not be a huge issue, this may be a big issue, this is how you would normally fix something, or, you know, whatever it might be. So, yeah, I feel you on that. Wait, hold on, what's the date today? It's 20th, right? Yeah. Okay. Let's see, let's finish this paperwork real quick. I've been really enjoying doing the live streaming lately. Like I said, I did it when I first started my channel, but like I said, like you kind of like, everybody has this kind of like thing like, oh, you know, you kind of expect that you're just going to go live and 100 people are going to pop in, and, you know, it doesn't end up doing that. And some people get a little discouraged, which I did at first. But that was like back a year ago. I don't think I've live streamed. This is the first time I've been live streaming in almost over a year. But y'all been coming in and being supportive. You, Laura, JD, everybody, AZ. I appreciate you guys. Uh, 7:11. Where are you at? 7:31. Is that one on the list? Yes, I did. 7:31 and 800. else one do we have? 801, 802, 806, 811, 816. Oh yeah. That's what I said. Like I think I did it like 2 or 3 times. I was just like, oh no, nobody was coming in. It's me just getting overworking myself or overthinking it. And you know what's weird about that is it doesn't happen to everybody, right? Because like you look at um, like Jim's channel, and I've seen channels that have been dormant for like 2, 3 years and haven't posted a single video. They have like 20, 30,000 subscribers and they haven't budged. It's weird, right? And then some people, the minute they stop posting for like more than a month, they'll lose like 100 subs real quick. And then I'll see other channels, like I said, that have been dormant for years, that I like to go back and watch their older videos. You know, I've been subscribed to them. Like there's a couple gamers that have like hundreds and hundreds of videos on their channel, but they just stopped posting. And you know, so I haven't watched all their videos, so I still go back and watch their videos, you know, every once in a while, and yet they never lose any subscribers. They'll still have tons of subscribers. But give me about 5 minutes and I'll be back. All right, I gotta run out to check these meters real quick, and I'll be right back. check. See, what did you put? I have over 600 videos. I just wonder why I'm not climbing faster. I know my videos are mediocre, but yeah, I don't know. Wish I could tell you, man. See, I'm not explaining anything to anybody about YouTube works anymore. I just stopped trying to even figure it out. As like I said, sometimes you think you figure it out and then it throws you a fucking curveball. Alright. Oh, you're good. I just had to get out and go inspect these 2 meters real quick, do an inspection on it. Alright, so 880, that was the 800 is an inactive meter, so that one I need to check. Oh crap, why not mark that? Check up to the 800 North Cleveland. Ew, what the hell is on this thing? Ruining my whiteout. There we go. NDP. I'm not sure what that means, dude. What's that abbreviation for? Where's 800? Okay, that's back there. On your channel, yourself now to do something else with drones or that. Oh yeah. Yeah, I get what you're saying. We were talking about that the other day. I mean, and the thing is, if you still have a passion for drones, just find something else to do that you can just incorporate as a small part of your videos, right? Like shot of you walking or just shot of you riding on your scooter or something like that, right? Doesn't have to be the whole focal point of your video. Where is 800? Is this 800? 707. Where the hell is 800 at? That's why I kind of kept the drone theme. I'm just doing other things, like doing like the reaction videos, stuff like that. People seem to like reaction videos. The last few I did, man, people they got a shit ton of views. I think that one I did with Michael Francis, that one's I think up to like 800 and something now. I'd have never got that doing flight footage, that's for damn sure. 800, 802, 801, 131. Okay, that must be 800. Okay. That's pretty much what I do with them, Dan. Like, if you go back on my channel, I haven't really posted, but like I might post the drone footage for like maybe a holiday or something like that, but I don't really post a whole lot anymore. I've been doing other things like the 3D printing and the reaction videos, and of course I make a lot of just dumbass videos too, just for my friends in the drone community, which I really could care less if I only get 20, 30 views on those. I really don't care. I'm just having fun with it. Uh, 300 North French. Okay, those fucking spray cans are about to get on my last nerves rattling back there. 300 North French. Well, you know, I was asking that about, you know, because I also hear, you know, not that you can't do a lot of cool things with FPV, but, you know, I hear a lot of people say the same thing about FPV videos, right? They're like, oh, I've seen them a million times. And I was asking Mike, you know, Night Train the other day, I was like, is there, like, always new moves being made, or is it kind of like you guys have hit your limit on what, like, moves you could do, like types of flips and stuff? And he was like, well, it kind of, he goes, but you just kind of put your own spin on it, right? Because I was just curious about it, because, you know, I don't really fly a lot of FPV, so I'm not real sure about that. But it's kind of like, you know, dirt biking or off-roading, you know. A lot of times there's always, I guess every once in a while somebody might come out with a new trick, but usually it's the same ones. Yeah, I mean, that's true. I can't disagree with you on that. North French State. Now, as far as the flying aspect, yes, but like I said, I have heard a lot of people. Like, I can't disagree with you on that because I'm not real sure. So I know you're very experienced, so I'll 100% take your word for that. But I have heard a lot of people say the same thing with FPV videos, right? There kind of like so many out there now that I don't know. So a lot of people get bored with those as well to a certain extent. But I guess that's with any hobby. It doesn't matter what it is, right? Especially one that starts getting very popular, whether it's GPS or FPV or dirt biking, whatever it might be. If a certain hobby gets super popular and a lot of people get into it, and then it does get flooded, right? And then people get bored with it, watching the same type of videos. Yeah, feel you on that. You got to push yourself, that's for sure. I mean, and you're right about that with GPS drones, right? There's only so much you can do. I mean, and unless you're like going all over the world and you're exploring caves and you're getting all these amazing shots from all these different countries, I mean, really doing some serious traveling and incorporating some serious vlogging into that, I just don't see a drone channel really being able to go a whole lot anywhere anymore. I completely agree with you on that. Like I said, if you were somebody that was traveling around the world and you were really traveling, I'm talking about every week you were in a different country getting some footage of caves, mountains, all that, then probably you would do really well. But like I said, just flying around kind of the same area you're always in, you know. People have already seen it 100 times. They don't really want to watch it again. I mean, it's like, you know, Matt does really amazing videos with DaVinci, but, you know, he gets to a point, too, where he's flown in the same area so many times that he has to drive like 4 or 5 hours just to get to a spot that he's never been to just try to get a different scenery in this footage, but at the same time, it doesn't help to a certain extent. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it does get boring and repetitive. Like I said, I've kind of kept the same theme going, like with the Drone Guy Reacts, right? Because it kind of gives me a theme that I can play off of to a certain extent. And like I said, those particular videos seem to do very well. I haven't been able to do a lot lately only because I've been working like 55, 60 hours a week. On the weekends, I just don't feel like doing it because I'm so fucking tired all the time. Plus, I started doing that 3D printing, so I kind of had a little focus on that. It's something new to me that's interesting that I like. It's very challenging to a certain extent, you know. You're always having to fine tune everything, and I've done pretty good at working on it, like putting new parts on it and everything, and upgrading it. So it's been a fun little side hobby. Let's pull over real quick and check something. Okay. I'm gonna go over and say hi to Paul, see how he's doing, and I'll see you guys later this evening, or maybe this afternoon. I don't know if I feel like jumping back on. But I'll see you guys later. Have a good day, guys.